Hey, I wanted to record this quick video for Matt and the Dialer.io team. So my name's Cole Gordon. I own Closer.io. We're a sales training and recruiting company. We place over 1,100 reps a year. We have probably 600 to 800 active clients in which we consult sales teams for. So it kind of goes without saying, between my own companies and companies we consult, I know a thing or two about the best sales tech that's in the industry right now and kind of what is the gold standard versus what is not. And then on top of that, because of the distribution that we have as a company, I get pitched new and different sales tech, whether that's AI or something else, almost on a weekly basis. And most of it, probably 99%, just isn't very good. It's at least not good enough to replace our current tech stack, what we've been using, what we've been testing. But when Matt, a couple months ago, probably about 6 months ago now, reached out to me and let me know what he was doing with Dialer.io, how he was developing it differently than other dialers, and really the unique proposition of it and why it actually works better than traditional dialers that we've been using. I obviously wanted to try it out. I've known Matt for a long time, so when he says something is good and he's been doing it, he's behind it, I obviously was willing to give it a shot. And so Matt does a better job of explaining the tech than I do in terms of the back end of why it works so well. But here's what you need to know for us. And again, like, we do stuff the right way. Our outbound teams are very, very effective. We make tons and tons of dials every single day. For us, it legitimately almost doubled our answer rates overnight. And on top of that, because it's so much better with the outbound salesperson call flow, it almost doubled, or even kind of 2.5x the amount of coverage, in other words, the amount of dials we were able to get out per setter per day than we had previously. And I mean, we were really like training our setters hard, making sure they're working every hour of the day, doing all of the stuff you're supposed to do. So to get those types of improvements, I mean, we're talking double the answer rates, like 2.5x almost a lead coverage as well. It's just like absolutely outstanding. I've never used any sort of sales tech where I got such a black and white difference from what we were doing previously. So now for all of my clients, to be very clear, I make it almost a requirement that whether they're using almost any of the other popular CRMs or dialers out there, that they upgrade to Dialer.io. It's basically the same price as everything that's out there, and it's basically twice as effective. So it's just, in my mind, it's an absolute no-brainer of why everybody wouldn't be using this in the industry. I refer to it basically now as the industry gold standard of really what you have to measure everything against as a dialer. And the thing is, it's, as I'm recording this, I believe less than a year old. Matt developed this at the beginning of this year as I'm recording this. So it's only going to get better. Matt's told me about the roadmap that he has out going for it and what's going to be implemented in the future. And I think it's just going to be a runaway success compared to all these other dialers out there. And I can also attest, from recommending it to my clients, I've seen similar results. I've seen 1.5x increase in answer rates, 2x, 3x. And again, even if you get 1.5x, which is the lowest that I've seen across clients, still, it's about the same cost as any of the other dialers. So why wouldn't you just accept the free money? Because you're basically just getting more output and more throughput from your setters or your outbound teams than you'd normally be doing. So it's a phenomenal product. Working with Matt's been phenomenal. I mean, the other thing about Matt, just to give him a personal kudos, is that the guy, he ran a very, very successful, one of the most successful sales agencies in the space. I've known Matt for a long time, ever since I got started. So he's somebody who understands outbound sales, understands MDR setting processes, understands closing, understands high-ticket sales teams. So to have him really involved in the client success of the product and the onboarding and the implementation and the feedback to the clients is another thing that just really takes the product to a whole nother level. So I'm a huge fan. For me, it's just a requirement to basically use if you want to be essentially at the top of your game in terms of what's working right now. And if you're working with basically any other dialer, switching to Dialer.io is basically free money. That's exactly how I explain it to my clients and exactly how I want to end this video. So thanks, Matt and the team. We'll talk to you soon.